Would you want to get the perfect right amount of sleep and actually have energy for school? Do you know what the perfect amount of sleep is for high school students? 8 hours is the proven perfect amount of sleep. Starting school later would give students the perfect amount of time to get a good amount of rest. It is extremely important for students to get the right amount of sleep. Sleep is very important when it comes to school, considering the fact kids are always trying to sleep in school. Receiving homework, having a part-time job, attending sports, and trying to manage a social life are very hard when you have to wake up early in the morning. Honestly, giving students an extra hour or two of sleep in the morning can make a great difference. There are plenty of great reasons to be starting school at a later time. In fact, one of the most important ones is decreased risk of car accidents. Students that usually drive to school in the morning are on low amounts of sleep, which is really dangerous. Another reason being that there will be a higher attendance at school. Some kids struggle waking up early in the morning or just can't do it because they didn't get enough sleep. Increasing standardized test scores and overall grade performances is also another great reason to start later. Some teachers get really upset when they see their students fail a test, but in reality half the students are too tired to even take the test. There needs to be some things changed about the school system. School days should definitely start later for the benefit of students and the teachers. Seeing test grades and overall school performance increase would make everyone happy. Instead of being in a terrible mood, waking up so early after getting close to 5 or 6 hours of sleep is horrible. It can be even worse if you're driving to school like this. Driving while tired is an extremely dangerous thing to do. Way more kids would be able to make it to school if it started at a later time. Everyone's overall absences would decrease majorly. Majority of kids skip school when they're just too tired to go. Starting school later would solve this problem. Indeed, there are some people who might say it's a bad idea for a couple of reasons to start school later. Substance abuse. Some kids will use that extra time to do bad things and use substances. I mean, it is realistic for high school kids because they are growing up and like to try different things. Getting out of school later could also be a conflict for extracurricular activities. Obviously, starting school later means you would have to end school later and start sports later. One other major factor could be the effect on parents' work schedules. Parents will drop their kids off before they go to work usually, but starting school later would actually get in the way of that. But these are just minor reasons. There are solutions to these conflicts, such as buses and other things. The positives outweigh the negatives in the situation. It would be 10 times better starting school later than starting earlier. Overall, there are just way more better reasons to start school later. Students will just have so much more leeway and time to do their homework, balance the social life, sports, and a good amount of time to get sleep and get the rest needed for school. We will see students' attention spans grow, mood rises, and overall increases of grades and standardized test scores. With a few negatives, there are ways to overcome them, so I don't see why not start later. Honestly, many of the kids in high school go to school and nap after because they struggle getting up in the morning. Once again, if we started school later, we wouldn't have this problem. Seriously, think what's better for the kids. We should really make this happen and need to be concerned.